Getting your dog to stop barking can be a challenge, but with patience and consistent training, it can be achieved. Here are some practical steps to help reduce or stop your dog's barking. Number 1, understand the cause of barking. Identify triggers. Observe your dog to understand what prompts the barking. Common triggers include other animals, strangers, boredom, anxiety, or excitement. Tailor your solutions. Knowing the cause helps you address the specific triggers rather than using a one-size-fits-all approach. Number 2, provide sufficient exercise and mental stimulation. Daily exercise ensures your dog gets enough physical activity and is less likely to bark out of boredom or excessive energy. Mental stimulation. Engage your dog with toys, puzzles, and training sessions to keep their minds occupied as well. Number 3, training commands. Teach the quiet command. Start by letting your dog bark a few times and then calmly say quiet. Wait until they stop barking, even if it's just for a moment, and then reward them with a treat and praise. Repeat this consistently. You can also use the speak command. Train your dog to bark on command with the speak command. Once they understand this, you can then teach the quiet command more effectively by contrasting the two. Number 4, desensitization and counter conditioning. Gradual exposure. If your dog barks at specific stimuli, like the mail carrier, the UPS driver, or other dogs, gradually expose them to the trigger at a distance where they can remain calm. Reward them for not barking and slowly decrease the distance over time. Positive associations. Pair the trigger with positive experiences. For example, give treats when the mail carrier approaches to create a positive association. Number 5, manage the environment. Limit exposure. Block your dog's view of outside triggers by closing blinds or using barriers. I prefer to use barriers because if all you do is close the blinds, you can end up with broken blinds very easily. Dogs will start scratching at the blinds because they're closed, and so you want to use either doggy barriers that are created for this or close off rooms where they have windows that have a view of the street outside. Create a safe space. Provide a quiet, comfortable space where your dog can retreat to feel secure, reducing anxiety-induced barking. This can be a crate. If you are always positive with the crate, a lot of people will give special treats when their dog goes in the crate and leave it open during the day so that they can nap in there. This is especially helpful when things happen on a regular routine like gardeners or cleaning crews. If your dog knows that they can go in their crate and have some peace and you can keep them away from the windows and the doors where they're going to be more likely to bark, it creates a routine and a habit for the dog that gives them calm. Another thing that you can use is a spray bottle. If your dog likes to bark near windows or doors, it'll get to the point where if they see you picking up the spray bottle and you're saying quiet at the same time, they already know and they'll run from it. I've also had really good luck taking spray bottles on walks with me when I have dogs that are very leash reactive and they bark at other dogs. A quick spritz while you're out on a walk it kind of jars them and startles them a little bit, but it doesn't hurt them at all. And it will stop them from the barking. As a last resort, you can use anti-bark devices like bark collars and some of those high-pitched little things. I have found over time those things become less and less effective as your dog becomes used to them. And so I don't ever really advise those. They do work, but the effectiveness is very short-term. Some of them can just be kind of cruel. I don't recommend those. If you get to the point where nothing is working and you want to put like a serious electronic collar on your dog, I would seek out professional training before using those tools. I would use them very sparingly, and I would go and seek out a behavioral modification specialist who specializes in that. You want to consult your veterinarian and always rule out any medical causes. If your dog just isn't feeling good, they may be more irritable around other dogs, and you want to provide appropriate care and treatment. Reducing your dog's barking involves understanding the causes, providing adequate exercise and mental stimulation, and using consistent training techniques. Patience and consistency are key to successful training. If needed, seek professional help to address persistent or problematic barking.